Hi, today I will explain how to use NSYNC Softwedge application. But before I start, this tutorial is based on a couple of assumptions. First of all, you have NSYNC USB RFID block and you have successfully installed the drivers for the RFID block. And let me make it clear, this application will not allow you to write any tag values. So this application allows you to read tag values using the optical sensor trigger. So if you want to write tag values, you should use NSYNC RFID block demo application. Okay, let's get started. Here I have downloaded the setup, and this is the shortcut for the setup.exe. I'm just gonna run it, and this is okay, it should be fairly simple and straightforward. And you might have a different kind of setup, but you will need an administrator right to install the application. So when the application starts, you can, the first window, it's an overview of your settings or preferences. And first of all, it shows up that NSYNC reader is not found, and it also shows up here in the tray icon with the red crossbar. So if you hide it, it will be hidden over here. If you double click it, it will show up here again as a big screen. So now I'm going to plug in the reader. After plugging in the reader, it will automatically detect the reader presence and it will turn green. And the reader COM port here, you can see it turned green. So now let's look at the options in more detail. Okay, so it allows you to set up how you want to treat the values. So let's say you have a tag value. This is the hexadecimal value, big string. If you want to be output value as like this one, or you want the pseudo hexadecimal value with some space in between, or you want printable text value, this is the text value, or you want to use your custom pluggable DLL, and this is a separate topic, and you should refer to the development section if you want to write your own decoding routine. And this allows you to interpret tag values differently than normally they are. So let's start using the application. Let me hide it here. Let's say it stays on the top, and let me say just pseudo hexadecimal value. Okay, I have opened Notepad up here. Now I'm going to scan the tag value. So what this application does is enables the optical sensor and the RFID block. So when you break that sensor, or when you wave anything across the sensor, I'm going to wave my finger here. You can see it did not find a tag. I'm going to wave it again. So you might be able to hear the beep, but no tag was found. Now let me try to wave the tag here. Now if it found some tag values, and so it just printed out as a text values or characters on the notepad. So this is very true whenever you can type the character, or when you can type, you can have a text input, you can simply put your cursor there and you can scan the tag, and it will show up on the screen. So here right now I have ignore duplicate reads check mark. So it will, even though it reads the tag values here, okay, there's no tag value. I'm gonna read the same tag again. You can see the tag value here, but because we have ignore duplicate reads selected, it will not print the same value again. Let me remove it here again, and I'm gonna put my cursor here. I'm gonna scan it again. You see, it just keeps adding up, Let me just resize the window a little bit. Okay, let's just do it again here. You see, it just keeps, it's gonna keep sending the values. Now let's try to print the pseudo hexadecimal value. Let me clear this thing up here. Okay, so it's same value, but you can see now there is no space in between hex character set. Okay, so what does this mean, printable text value means? Now if you try to read this tag, it does not have any printable characters. Let me look at another tag here. Okay, so this tag has NSYNC RFID tag value, it has actual value, as you can see this tag value, but if you convert it to ASCII code, it would be NSYNC RFID tag. So this is the actual value, pseudo hexadecimal value, and this is NSYNC RFID tag. I'm going to wave the same tag again, but I'm just going to change the settings. Okay, my cursor wasn't there. Okay, I'm going to using the see. So you can generally output your tag values differently, and one thing just to keep in mind, what does each value means. There might be some tag where you cannot print, or there is not equivalent ASCII codes for the hexadecimal values, so you should just print as a pseudo hexadecimal or pseudo hexadecimal with some space. Okay, let me print this tag value here. Now for this one, there might not be printable text value. There might be for some characters. Okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So the value 11 itself doesn't have any value, as I know, and 22 means quote, and then 33 means D. Let me open up the ASCII table just to show you what does it means. Okay, ASCII table. Okay, so hexadecimal value 11 here, it means DC1. I don't know what does it mean, but for the 22 it means here 22 hexadecimal value, it means quote. So for 11 non-printable character, 22 it's quote, for 33 it's 3, and so on and so forth. You can see 3DUFW. So this helps you to use the value in different formats or the way you like it. Second thing, here this option on the top, this allows your application to stay on the top. So even when you are using it, even when you have focus on the notepad, you can still see the application on the top. And this is very useful if you have like small size window keeping on the top, if you're using the Excel spreadsheet or anything like that, or any of your application. So let's try to put the value up here. Let me put some text value. This is printable text. Okay, you see it prints out on the Excel spreadsheet as well. Okay, now what happens, like, okay, I have to click everything on a single cell down, but let's say I want to press enter every time tag value is read. So here from this settings, you can enable appending some prefix or suffix before the tag value is present. Let's say you want to press a tab and then press enter. So I'm gonna say tab plus tag value, and I'm gonna say line feed, and this is very system dependent. Sometimes line feed does not work as an enter on some application just takes as a carriage return as enter. So but on Windows system it's a carriage return plus line feed that makes it a new line in most of the cases. So it's carriage return, and then I'm gonna say line feed. Okay, and I'm gonna say use suffix. Now whenever the tag value is read, it will also, okay, let's read the value here. So you see it's now sending the keystroke as enter keystrokes as well, but it doesn't send any tab. Why? Because we did not enable the prefix value. So let me enable this one. Let me put a cursor up here and see what happens. Now you see it pressed the tab, put the tag value out there, it entered the carriage return and line feed. It is equal to new line as per Windows. So I'm just going to clear everything on my spreadsheet. So we can do the same thing with the pseudo hexadecimal value. I'm going to use the same tag. I'm just going to put the cursor up here. Okay, and I'm just going to say hexadecimal value with space. I'm going to disable suffix for now, and you see now it's not sending any keystrokes. I'm just going to say okay, so this is easier to read. Okay, now you can see this can be really helpful when you just want to read the tag, just like access control applications, you have just read-only environment, and you want to have a keystrokes fed into your application. It could be your custom application, or you just want to enter into spreadsheet, or however you want to use it. This could be really helpful. Okay, and let me talk about a little bit more. Or you can also append your custom text. Okay, let's say my tag, okay, my tag value, I'm just gonna say append. Okay, so it's gonna, here, let me read it. It says, oh, enable prefix. Okay, now you see it pressed the tag and it says my tag value and whatever the tag value was there. So you can have your custom text as well, such as $sign or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do it. So one more thing, like you can enable application to starts with the Windows, and you can hide it. You can hide it like this. It starts up and stays in the tray icon, and you can just have application like this just to see what the tag value is, just to have a quick look at it. And these two options you will not need it. You need specialized hardware for it, but so just ignore it for now, and you might have something for you in the future. So now let me talk about using the decoding DLL and what does it mean and how it can be helpful. Let's say this is your tag value 456E, or big string, but let's say you just want to use first 4 characters as your batch number, or this is your serial number, this is your departure number. So this is some kind of structured tag value for your in-house processing. So you want to apply some business logic with the value, and how can you do it? You do not want to write your own application, so you can write a custom DLL, just place it with this application folder, and follow the simple format, and now every time the tag value is read, it will be passed to your DLL. You can process the tag value, and you can, let's say, strip out some characters out of it and just return first 6 character, and then this will be your tag value. So you can return whatever tag value you want us to find, and this could be very useful. Let's say you have employee badges, and employee badge number 1 is equal to let's say John Smith. So whenever employee 1 scans the tag, rather than printing value 1, you want to print his name. So you want to look up into the database or access table, so however it's stored, so you want to replace the full tag value with some value you refer in some other location. So you got the idea. You can use it essentially to do whatever you want, but keep in mind this application does not allow you to write tag values. So if you want to do that, you have to use other application, or if you want to do it in a complex fashion, then you might want to write your own application. And one more thing, you can this application also allows you to do the copy the text value to clipboard. So let's say I'm not let's say I'm gonna read the tag here, and but my cursor is gonna be still focused here on this application, so it will not print in the Excel spreadsheet. Let me read it. So now my tag value is 112233, and here I'm gonna say paste. So you see my tag value plus 11223344, and so on and so forth, because we had a prefix. So it's a nice it has a nice set of features, and you can use it pretty much to integrate RFID in your business solutions without writing a new application software. So I hope you'll find this application very helpful, and this tutorial as well.